This is Little K. Little K is a barn cat. You'd never know it because he sleeps in heated beds. But when we're looking at a cat, we like to look in their ears. And if you see any discharge in there, you're not going to go in there with a Q-tip, okay? You're going to talk to your vet about that because cats' ears are very sensitive. We don't like a lot of liquid in those ears. You're also going to check his eyes. His pupils are nice and reactive to the nice sunny day. He's trying to back up, by the way. You got to look in their mouth, and you just look like that. A lot of times, cats will get string under their tongue.
Oh.
And they like, believe it or not, they like knitting needles or sewing needles with the thread attached. So you'll get a cat that's a chronic vomiter, and your vet will take an x-ray, and there's a sewing needle in that stomach.
Oh.
So then
dear.
we check out, I check his little,
Palpating.
I'm palpating him, and I'll listen to his heart, and we'll check his little bottom. But we also check his nails, and you just kind of push a little bit.
Wow.
And you do that. What I like, and you can get going there, but what I like as a nail trimmer is nothing fancy, just probably what your husbands use to trim their toenails. And you can't cut their nails too short with this because it won't go in far enough
that's
to
a
trim
good
it too
safeguard.
So you're just doing the curve there. And it helps to have two people because you can probably have them on your lap and do the one by yourself. But when you get to the rear feet, he'll protest that. But anyway, you see his weight. He's 13 years old.
He looks good.
Yeah, we really watch his weight because an obese cat is like diabetes waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And also, obese cats a lot of times have problems with constipation. So, and believe it or not, constipation in a cat is serious because when cats can't poop, it puts pressure on their stomach and they'll vomit. So the first thing when you have a vomiting cat is, when did he poop last?
Okay.
Because you got to get things moving there.
Okay. What if you have an animal that's overweight? How do we get them to...
Excellent, because you don't feed them less. Because think about it, if you're feeding them less, they're not going to get all the nutrients they need.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you need to talk to the veterinarian about a weight loss diet.
Okay.
Because the weight loss diets are higher in fiber, lower in fat, and have things like prebiotics and probiotics in them, which still has the right amount of nutrients, but it enables them, come here, KK, but enables them to be able to lose the weight.
Okay.
And weight loss, very important. When they're too heavy, it leads to arthritis. It's just...
Because sometimes you see these animals that, they're giving them too many treats or whatever, and it just upsets
Hills
me.
did an interesting study. They took 40 dogs. This was years ago. 20 on each side. They kept them in the same place. And by the way, they adopt all their dogs out.
Oh, good.
They fed this side the amount that it says on the bag for the weight of the dog. This side, these 20 dogs, ate that amount less 20%. These dogs on the right live 2 years longer.
Wow.
So it's that same study was done in people too.
I
Oh,
was
now
just
you're
gonna
getting all
say.
comfortable.
Yeah, hi, baby.
The other thing is when you're at your vet, they're going to feel like this is a 13-year-old cat, so we want to make sure there's no nodule on that thyroid gland, which is here. But no, I have to say you're probably doing very well, and we'll get blood work on him once a year as well.
Okay.
This is Annie. Annie she'll be 2 years old in September. She is a rescue from Amish. She was a breeding mama. We've owned her for 3 months. We're going to, she's very active. We're going to show you a couple of things. Poor Addie's holding her.
No, it's okay. Keep
as
calm
far as
and carry on.
Checking their mouth. We look at their teeth. You just lift the lip. And you always look at, I don't know if you get that, this is called the wolf tooth, the upper fourth canine. That's the number one area where they'll get tartar. So that's kind of the...
Oh, my goodness, my goodness.
Annie.
Okay.
That's kind
Calm
of the
down.
first area we look at in the mouth.
Okay.
And we always, in an older dog, you want to... Is she sitting on you?
Yes, that's all right.
I told you this would turn into a comedy.
That's all right. I like
we
doggies.
always look in the mouth because you want to make sure there's no tumors. As a veterinarian, we'll get a dog in that the owner says, he's eating, but he's having trouble eating, and he's losing weight, and we'll open the mouth, and there'll be a big tumor in there.
Oh.
So any mouth odor,
Just
make sure
calm
you have your
down.
vet check.
Calm down.
Ears, her ears look great, but if we had to clean them, we would take a cotton ball, soak it in a little bit of ear cleaner, and then just do a little squeeze right here. We're not using a Q-tip, and then we're cleaning the folds with that same cotton ball. If you leave a few drops of the cleaner in the ear, it's fine. Don't worry about that. In a cat, you wouldn't do that, but in a dog, or you can use a little Telfa if you want as well.
She's a good girl.
She's being very good.
She's a good girl.
Those of you that don't have a flea comb, get a flea comb. When you're checking for fleas like, and I'm going to...
So this would be a pet essential when somebody's out shopping.
Yes.
Okay.
Fleas like to live in this area, above the tail. So when you're combing and you have this little, you have her, Addie, she's trying to get the food.
Oh, okay. You stinker. Come back here, Annie.
You're looking at what you collect in this comb. Now, I just have hair, but if we
hold on.
If we had
sit, good
black
girl.
specks, that's
good
flea
girl.
poop. And sometimes you'll find a flea.
Good girl.
But that's another reason you're checking for fleas, and you're checking especially over the rump area. The other thing I think is a great thing, this is a little clipper that are $20 on Amazon. Can't even hear it, very quiet. Anytime you get ear mats, don't go into this area with scissors, because if you clip her and you clip that area with scissors of her skin, anywhere around the head or face bleeds tons. So you would want to use something you can't cut her with a clipper. So $20 on Amazon, love it. Always, we have a cat eating the dog treats. Always turn the clippers on away from the dog so she gets used to that sound, by the way, too. Who's eating your treats?
She just wants to be on camera. She wants to be on camera again. Huh.
And
he does, excuse me.
As far as nail clipping, we just did her nails the other day. But you're only going to clip the white part of the nail. And these you can get on Amazon or at your vet. Love these type of clippers because if the nails get too long, these will get in there. Whereas those other ones that are the Resco ones, they don't stay sharp for very long.
Can you buy something like that at a local pet store? You know, the chains.
And I think you can even get this at Walmart. I mean,
maybe.
These are no big deal.
Hey, you. What's going on? What's going on?
The other thing I wanted to mention, she is a rescue. So she is, when I walk her, I have 2 leashes on her. I have a halter on her and a collar, and this is a GPS by whistle, where, God forbid, if she would get loose, we'd be able to find her, tracking her on the phone. But my comment about a rescue is, I've had her 3 months. She probably knows this is her home now, but when you first get a rescue, they don't know that this is their home. They just want to get away. They've had people doing bad things to them their whole life. So when you first bring a rescue home, that's the other dog. Why don't you get her, Mike?
She's mad she's not part of the thing.
We'll bring her sister out in a moment. Okay.
You know what, when you mentioned...
1 second. When you first bring her home, don't expose her to a lot, like we have an acre fenced in here. No. Keep her confined a little bit because this is all new to her. Don't have a million people over to greet her. All right, keep it small. Then as the day goes by, and the first week is always tough, I'm going to tell you right now, because you're trying to potty train, you hear her up at 2 a.m., oh my gosh, she's got to go to the bathroom. You're not going to get any sleep that first week. But after that, believe me, it's just a gift. They'll settle in, and here comes her sister now. This is Gidget. Gidget is from China. She's a China rescue.
Whoa. Hi there. Hi, baby.
All right. Gidget, come here, honey. Gidget. Okay, so this is my life. You can't eat in the Jeromin household. Can you take that?
I don't want that.
Please take it. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
They're gonna go with their dad
for a moment.
They go where the treats are. But anyway, my point about a rescue is don't expose them to too much at once. People you'll see every day on social media and Facebook. Oh, we just rescued him 2 days ago, and now he's lost. Well, he's
overwhelmed.
He's too overwhelmed, and the more they run and are lost, the more feral they'll get because they'll run from you.
Okay.
So keep them confined for the first couple of weeks, and you just got to ease them into it.
Okay. One thing when you mention leashes or collars and harnesses, my friends that I house sit for, they have a pretty big dog. He's about 65, 70 pounds. And I like the thought of having that harness.
Yes.
Because then they're not like, you know, everything's around the neck area. It's
Yes.
covering the whole body.
I agree. And going along with that neck area, wild. I told you it would turn out to be a comedy. With the neck area, there's certain dogs that, like for example, Dobermans or dogs that are prone to back injuries, that you can't put a lot of pressure around their neck.
Okay.
And that goes true for dogs with glaucoma. You don't want pressure around that neck because it's going to increase the eye pressure with glaucoma.
Hey, do you like butt rubs?
She loves it.
I'm good at those.
Yes.
You want me to give you?
The other thing with rescue, I'll tell you, they do better if you have a dog already in the household, because.
Yeah,
Mike, take that leash off because it's wrapped around her leg. Because they trust other dogs more than they trust humans. Look at this. Look at this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
They want to be around other dogs. I read this book, The Hidden Life of Dogs, and she said that
they trust other dogs because humans are the ones that have been doing the bad things to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And plus, even though, you know, it's so sad, even though humans have done bad things, they still come to us to trust us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're loyal people if you
Oh my God.
look at that.
You know, that's another tip. 2 70-year-old people should not own 2 and 3-year-old dogs. I used to always adopt older dogs, and somehow I went to examine the dogs that came from China to do physical exams, and I saw Gidget, and she was so little and kept jumping like, take me, take me.
Aww.
And so this is now we've got these crazy dogs that keep us young. Let's put it that way. You know? They just had their bath yesterday. So,
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And now look at them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hence the soap will come in handy for you,
Wait,
your
we'll
hands.
do the trigger. Dinner time.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
See, if I called their names, it wouldn't have worked. Good girl. Gidget, sit. This is Gidget. She's my China rescue. And those dogs go on the table. Yeah. She had a lot of problems with, you know, when UPS would come with the box, or men that had big poles, you know, like our pool guy in Florida. But now that we've gotten Annie, she's just come out of her shell. And treats help. Oh
now you take both of these animals down to Florida with you for the winter. So
Yeah.
that must be an interesting drive.
It's an interesting drive in Orangeburg, South Carolina at the hotel.
Okay.
And the cat. And the cognitive disorder cat.
Oh, gee.
We haven't been kicked out yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody does it about your pet sleeping with you. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Well, the little one is like a ferret. She's got to have her head right here.
okay.
And Gidget sleeps yes and no. I mean, if it's warm, she'll get down and sleep. We have dog beds all over.
Because I was going to say, they've got some pretty cool dog beds now. You know,
Yeah.
the kind.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No.
No, they want to be with you.
Yeah.
Because when
it just depends. Annie sleeps with us a lot. Gidget, you know, it's whatever they want to do.
Yeah, when I house sit this big lug, he'll be on the bed and I'll go, Baxter, where am I going to go? And he'll just look at me like, is there a problem? You know,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Yeah, but
That's true.
but I don't mind it. I like being
Now
around
you're
him.
settling down.
Hey,
There's
you.
Duke. Yeah. Oh my God. She's licking his shoes. He must have something.
Hi, baby.
Cats.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go. Okay.
Hi, sweetheart.
And that's the other thing too. You've got to make sure they're good with cats and every member
Yeah,
of the family.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
especially with a rescue. I mean, they've got a lot of history. So take little children, grandma, grandpa. I mean, these dogs will knock an elderly person over.
They'll knock
So-
a regular person
Yeah.
over.
So, you know, you need to take every member of the family there and make sure they're cat friendly. We're lucky that they love
get
cats.
along.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
Well, and part of that is I had to buy a covered litter box, you know, that because of the digested high protein, high fat.
Uh-huh. Oh, right. Hi, Gidget. This is Annie.
Annie,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hi,
Gidget's big
Annie,
boy.
baby. Mwah. I love you. I love you. You know I'm an animal person. You can tell like the shirt I got on. Hey, Gidget. Hi.
Hi, Gidget. Gidget just had surgery. She had a mass the size of a golf ball on her side, and I aspirated to find out what cells were in there, and there's some questionable cells. Here it was, when wrestling, she must have implanted something sharp in there, and it was the cells were coming in to heal it. So thankfully, that's why you can feel
Now,
the
are
stitches.
tennis balls good toys? Because I heard something really awful.
Yeah,
I don't-
about the coloring in there.
No, but Oprah had golden retriever and
Yeah.
the dog choked on the tennis ball.
Yeah, you've got to watch the size of it.
Okay,
Also, there
all
were
right.
some that were very high neon that there was a
Oh.
report of a dog reacting to that.
Yeah, that would
But yeah, I would
probably-
never use anything smaller than that.
Okay.
And also, you've got to watch squeakers, you know, the toys with squeakers, because they'll pull those out of there too,
Ooh.
and the stuffing.
Okay.
So, you know, when I have older dogs here, that's not a worry. But these two young ones, we've got to watch everything.
Yeah, just like you would a toddler.
Yeah, she just had my cell phone earlier.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, speaking of which, kids' backpacks, you know, dogs for some reason like to eat those small round batteries. And those are
Oh.
very caustic.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
you've got to keep backpacks away
What it-
from them. Yeah. When the kids come home from school, have them put their backpack in a certain area that the dog
So,
can't reach.
okay, that's good.